epic adventures!
Sheldon the Squirrel.
Once, there lived a squirrel named Sheldon. He was different because he was very forgetful. When he buried his acorns, he could never find them again. Sheldon was always looking for his acorns, so the other squirrels teased him. They liked to surprise Sheldon and say, "You can't find your acorns, you can only find squirrels. When I find my acorns, I will share them with you. Will you share your groundnuts with me?" Sheldon asked Greg. Sheldon was so hungry, but Greg did not want to share. Sheldon felt very sad because no one would share their nuts with him. "The other squirrels tease me, and they won't share with me. I'm hungry, and I can't find my acorns. What should I do?" cried Sheldon. Then Sheldon noticed something odd. The trees around him were unusually tall. One tree was the tallest tree he had ever seen. "If I climb to the top of the tallest trees, I might find acorns," he thought. Sheldon started to climb higher and higher. He climbed so high that he was above the clouds. When he stopped to rest, he looked down below and saw every squirrel in the forest. Suddenly, he had an idea. Some of the other squirrels were watching Sheldon climb. "Why is he climbing the tallest tree in the forest?" one squirrel wondered out loud. "I don't know," another squirrel replied. "What are you doing, Sheldon?" one squirrel shouted from below. "I'm building a treehouse," answered Sheldon. "Why?" they all asked. "You will see," answered Sheldon. All the squirrels burst into laughter. "He's building a treehouse? That's silly. You can't get acorns from a treehouse," said one of the squirrels. Sheldon felt hurt by their teasing, but did his best to ignore them. He paid attention to his treehouse. He wanted to build it well. He wanted the floor to be flat and smooth, and the walls to be straight and strong. The most important part of Sheldon's plan was the window. The whole treehouse was built around it. It had to be the biggest window in the forest, and it had to have a best view. Sometimes Sheldon worked until very late at night. The other squirrels thought that his treehouse was silly, but they were impressed with how hard he worked. Finally, Sheldon finished the window. It was big, sturdy, and very wide. It also had the most amazing view. "Now I'm ready for the next part of my plan," he thought. Sheldon filled his treehouse with everything he needed. He brought very large sheets of paper. He also brought books about drawing, planning, and maps. Sheldon carefully drew everything he could see outside his treehouse window. Later that day, he finished drawing a beautiful map of the forest. He watched all the other squirrels and marked what he saw. He marked houses, paths, and buried nuts. He made sure he knew where everything was. Then one day, it started to snow. One squirrel felt excited and yelled, "Winter is here! Hooray!" Another squirrel felt annoyed and moaned, "Winter is here. Oh no." One winter morning, when Grandma Squirrel was sitting outside her house, she felt her belly rumble with hunger. "I need to eat breakfast. I should go and find my buried acorns," she thought. Grandma Squirrel started digging, but no matter how hard she looked, she couldn't find her acorns. "If I don't find my acorns, I will be hungry this winter," she said with worry. After searching for a while, Grandma Squirrel gave up and went home. She was just about to close the door when Sheldon appeared and said, "Grandma, wait! I know where your acorns are. I marked on my map where you buried your acorns. One is right here," said Sheldon as he showed her where to dig. "I can help you find your other nuts, too." Sheldon helped Grandma Squirrel find every acorn she had buried. "Thank you, Sheldon," said Grandma Squirrel. After they said goodbye, he left to help the other squirrels. On the other side of the forest, Gary and Owen were arguing. "I always bury my nuts in orange dirt. "These nuts were in orange dirt. They're mine," said Owen. Owen was very frustrated with Gary because he wouldn't listen. "I always bury my nuts next to a green bush. This groundnut was next to a green bush. It's mine," said Gary. "It is mine!" they both shouted as they pulled on a groundnut. Gary was very angry with Owen because he was trying to take his groundnut. Suddenly, Sheldon interrupted them both and said, "Wait, I know where your nut is, Gary." Everyone stopped and looked at Sheldon. "Okay," said Owen. "Where is it?" asked Gary. Sheldon brought Gary and Owen to a spot next to a green bush. He scraped, scattered and kicked the dirt away. After only a moment, he had revealed an acorn. Gary said. "Now I remember. I buried my nuts next to this green bush." Owen turned his head in annoyance and said, "I told you the groundnut was mine." The argument was over. From then on, if anyone lost anything, they would visit Sheldon's treehouse. If anyone needed his help, he gladly gave it. Sometimes, Sheldon had so many visitors that the other squirrels had to wait in line. Everyone had plenty of food during the winter, and all the other squirrels were very grateful for Sheldon's help. In time, he was known as the smartest squirrel in the forest, and he never forgot where his nuts were again. The end.
Click subscribe for next adventures.